Hey, what is up, guys? It is Card Shuffler 99 here, and today we are going to be revealing Tony and Jordan's AGT Audition magic trick that they performed. They basically did a large video screen magic act where they did a bunch of little magic tricks within the large act that they performed. So we're going to be giving you guys our best explanation of the methods they used within this trick. So feel free to let us know down in the comment section below if you guys agree with us or disagree with the methods that we're giving you guys. Obviously, to us, this is going to be the most plausible explanation for what they should have done and could have done to accomplish all the little tricks that they performed within their entire act. So feel free to subscribe to the channel for all AGT reveals. And why don't we get straight into the reveal here? So I think the first thing that we obviously need to address here is going to be the basis of the trick, and that's the big display screen in the back. Now, obviously, a lot of people think, when he's going behind, it's actually, some light that's going down. It's kind of like a silhouette. It's not a silhouette. Silhouettes don't work like that. This is just a video, and it's a video playing on a screen the entire time. So when he is going behind it, it's all timing. So this entire act is going to be based on perfection and timing, okay? Now, obviously, when they make things appear and disappear on the screen, it's all timing with them actually performing their trick and making it match with the actual video that they have going on the screen. Now, keep in mind that the twin and the two girls are actually going to be behind the screen the entire time. Now, obviously, you can see below it. There could just be a platform in the back that they're standing on that's raised above the bottom of the display screen. So, obviously, you can't see their feet standing right behind it. But the two girls are behind it. The twin does come out to help with the trick. But the two girls are going to be behind that screen the entire time. And like I said, it is a video screen playing a video that's going to match the timing of their trick. So let's now talk about the very first trick he performs, and this is with a handkerchief. So this trick, basically all he does is he supposedly makes this handkerchief disappear and reappear on the screen, the video screen. And obviously, like I said, it is timing. The video does make the handkerchief appear at a certain time, so they got to make sure they know exactly when to make it appear, and they obviously can do this with the music and the video itself. They've probably practiced it many times. Now, the way this is done, it's actually an old magic secret, and that's a little metal rod with a loop in it. So like a little circle. What the circle allows is for them to put their finger inside, and they can actually, this rod is going to be hidden inside the cloth. Now, they did wave the cloth around, but obviously if they were holding onto the rod, which was hidden under the cloth, they can still shake it around and it'll still look like a normal cloth. Now, all they do is they wrap the cloth around the rod, they stick their finger inside the little loop, and it does literally appear that they're flicking the handkerchief in the back. So all they're doing here is they're standing sideways, fingers inside. All they do is they flick it back, and if you look at the guy on the left, he's flicking with his right hand, and all he does is he flicks the rod to his left hand, and you'll see later in the video he actually moves back towards that table. And you'll see this table plays a big role in all the tricks mostly. So all he does is he literally ditches the evidence behind that little table that he has on the side of him. So all he does is he flicks it, makes it disappear into his other hand, and he just dumps the evidence basically straight behind the table next to him. Okay, so that's the first trick. The second trick is done with an iPad, and he basically changes a lamp into a light bulb. And basically, the fact that this is done on an iPad, meaning it's just technology. So the light bulb in this entire thing is just a video, okay? So when you see the light bulb falling, that's literally just a video of a light bulb falling, okay? That's the essential idea right there, is that there's a light bulb falling in a video, and all it takes, like I said, it's timing. So there's a light bulb behind the iPad, and he's just got to, once he clicks and he taps it on the screen, he makes that lamp disappear and change into the light bulb. All he does is he just drops the light bulb in time with it. Now, obviously, he does make a balloon appear on the screen. If you didn't notice, he literally popped the balloon, and it literally, all the remains of the balloon landed straight on the stage. So I don't think that was anything there. He probably just had a needle, and he just literally popped the balloon, and it appeared on the screen. So those are the first two tricks right there. Now, the next part, and this is what a lot of people are wondering, is how did he pull a ladder out of a bag? Now, this is way simpler than you may think, and it just relies on a collapsible ladder. Now, one of the things, this is actually going to be a similar idea used later with another effect, and think about I'm not sure if you guys have ever used this, but the collapsible lightsaber toy. I'm not sure if you guys ever know this, but like literally all the lightsaber toy is, you can basically extend it and it basically collapses into the little shell of the lightsaber. Now, really quick, all it is you can literally pull the entire thing and it'll basically extend, so it can be collapsed if you just push it together. Now here we will have a visual for you guys. This is a picture of a collapsible ladder. This might not be the exact ladder they use, obviously, because the bars are yellow, but just so you guys get a little bit of an idea, this is what they used essentially as a collapsible ladder. Now, to the green rod part of the trick, basically they had a green rod and they literally showed like basically an empty hand. There was a green rod on the screen and they basically made a green rod appear out of nowhere. Now, this actually took a little bit of time to think of, but basically all this is, it's a little magic wand and it's going to start out very small, okay? And I believe this is a gimmick that actually already is sold on the market, but it's going to start out as a tiny wand that can actually fit inside their hand in palm position, meaning it's actually hidden in their hand. And all it takes is for them to take their thumb, press a button, and the whole thing is going to extend. Now, I know this exists. I know something out there, there's a regular everyday object where you just press a button and it extends. I can't think of it off the top of my head. If you guys know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comment section. But basically, if you click a button, the whole thing will extend and shoot out, and that's basically what they did. So now, let's talk about the money briefcase. Now, basically, they had on the screen a bunch of money running around. He had an empty briefcase, and he shook it, basically, and all the money came around. This is another sold gimmick, basically. We're going to give you our idea about how this is done. Chris Ramsey actually did a video. If you don't know who Chris Ramsey is, he's a great magician. He did a video where he actually used the same exact briefcase, the same exact one, and he pretends like he's robbing a bank. So all this is the little metal chamber at the top. You can see there's a thick piece of metal at the top of the briefcase. That is basically a chamber holding all the money. And if you shake it, there could be a button on the handle or something. But if you shake it, push a button, all the money inside that metal part of the briefcase will actually fall in, and it'll basically release all the money inside. So basically, all the money is stored at the top of the briefcase, and if you put some control onto it, like a button or some sort of shake idea, it'll basically all release the money into the briefcase. Now, the umbrella is part of the trick where they made an umbrella appear. This part was pretty much obvious to everybody, I believe. They literally reached next to the table beside them and they just pulled out an umbrella. So that wasn't really magic right there. It looked pretty cool, but obviously all they did was they had the umbrella under the table. They pulled it up onto the screen. They made it seem like they just pulled the umbrella out of the screen again. Timing, very, very important. Now, they also did a trick here with a mop, and they pulled a mop out of the bag. Now, for this part of the trick, you have to think about it the same way you thought about the lightsaber or the ladder part of the trick, where it's just collapsible. It's the same thing here. The mop is going to be the same thing. So the pole of the mop is basically going to be retractable and, collapsible, I guess you could say. The actual mop part, the top of the mop, isn't going to be anything there, but basically you can just pull it to extend it, and that's basically all they had to do for that part of the trick. So now we're going to talk about how they did the person, and they got the two ladies to come out of the back. So we're going to give you guys a visual representation of that now. Alright guys, so let's address really quick how he got the two ladies to come out of nowhere, basically, with a cloth. So basically, like I said from the beginning, they did have the two ladies behind the board the entire time, most likely standing upon a platform right behind, and all they did essentially was, you could see the man literally holding up the giant cloth up right against the side of the board, so the two girls were able to walk right behind it. And once they were behind it, all they did, he literally, pretend these are the two ladies right here. One's standing right in front of the other. He walks them out, basically. To reveal the first one, all he does is he's going to wrap the cloth, basically. One of the people on the side, they're going to wrap the cloth. I'll give you guys an exposed view here. Wrap the cloth around the first person, reveal the first person just like this. And then again, it's the same thing from there, revealing the second person. You can really do this in any way. You could literally just wrap it and lift up. You can do anything you want. But obviously, all it took to basically not show the person in the back was to essentially wrap just like that and show it just like that. And then obviously, you could reveal the second person however you wanted. But that's how they did the other part of the trick. That is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this reveal. And be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. And it's Card Shuffler 99. Peace out.